Hello everyone and welcome back to DC Central, and it's that time of year again where we discuss all of the shows that have been renewed by the CW for the upcoming season, so let's discuss. So yeah, it's that time of year again. We do this video every single year here on this channel, around this time every single year, where the CW come out and they release the schedule of all the shows that have been renewed for their next seasons, and in this particular case we're going to be talking about the 2021 to 2022 season for the CW. Again, this is a video we make every single year. We always talk about this every single year just to discuss which shows have been renewed, maybe which ones have not, and this year isn't a particularly surprising one, bar one. That's because we've had a lot of announcements over the last year, in 2020, regarding a lot of the Arrowverse shows that have kind of left this pretty much easy to predict, but we'll dive into it one by one. So let's go talk about all of these CW shows that have been renewed for the 2021-2022 season in relation to the Arrowverse. So first of all, The Flash has been renewed for Season 8, and this is really no surprise to anybody. The Flash, has always been the most consistent show of the Arrowverse in terms of viewership. It's always the most popular. It's the most popular show on the network. It always has been. So to see The Flash renewed for Season 8 really isn't much of a shock. And, The Flash, no matter what it does, no matter what season it's on, no matter, how the fans are feeling about it at the time, it always brings them back, and it always has a consistent viewership. So honestly, talking about The Flash every single year in these videos is always really boring, because it's just like, yeah, The Flash is great, it's still doing well, of course it's got another season. So, Season 8, it's coming, we knew it's coming, it's not really a big surprise. I guess we could talk about how long The Flash has got. I mean, I've always said I think The Flash has at least 10 seasons in it. I think it could go to Season 10, it could go even further than Season 10. But this is important because obviously The Flash has now reached Season 8, which is the same number of seasons that Arrow got to. Obviously Arrow got to Season 8, that was the show that started all of this, and Arrow got 8 seasons and then it ended. I don't think The Flash is going to end at Season 8. Like I said, I think it will at least go to Season 10, because it's kind of well known at this point that Arrow wasn't actually meant to end at Season 8. It was meant to go on, but because of what Stephen wanted to do, Stephen Amell wanted to do, he wanted to move on, he wanted to pursue other projects and things like that. Him and the CW kind of came to this mutual decision to end the series. I don't think The Flash is in the same boat. Like, I think everyone knows Grant Gustin absolutely loves the show. He loves playing The Flash. He loves playing Barry, and he doesn't want to leave it anytime soon. So as long as Grant is happy, as long as he wants to stay, I can't see The Flash ending anytime soon. So it's pretty cool to see that The Flash has reached the same number of seasons of Arrow, but I don't think it's going to end the same way. I think that Flash will continue for another few seasons at least. And Batwoman has been renewed for Season 3. Again, not a major shock. I think Batwoman has been pretty strong and pretty consistent in the ratings for the CW, especially among the Arrowverse. I think it has been pretty high up there. Pretty much up there with the likes of Supergirl and The Flash. So pretty cool to see Batwoman get renewed for a Season 3. I think that obviously shows strong positivity from the CW into how Season 2 has been performing. Obviously Season 2 is the first Arrowverse show of this current season to release, and currently the only one. And I think Season 2 of Batwoman has really sort of renewed interest in the show, not just because obviously it is a new season, but also because we do have a brand new lead character in the form of Javicia Leslie as Ryan Wilder, the new Batwoman, and I think that that's really renewed a lot of interest in the show. It's brought a lot of people back, because it's kind of a new start for the series. Even though, as I said in my review for Episode 1, it wasn't as hard of a reboot as I was expecting, which I do like. It is kind of this new start for the series, and I think that has really regenerated a lot of interest. And, with that in mind, I think it makes a lot of sense for the CW to say, hey, let's just keep this going for Season 3, and let's see how it goes. People seem to be liking the new season of Batwoman. It seems to be getting pretty positive reviews across the board. I'm enjoying it myself. I know I haven't reviewed the last 2 episodes. Reviews will be coming back for Episode 4. I've just had a lot going on in my house, so it's been difficult to record. But reviews for Batwoman will be coming back for Episode 4 of Season 2 on Sunday. But anyway, regardless, I'm pretty happy with Batwoman Season 3 getting renewed. It makes a lot of sense. And again, I think it shows a lot of faith in the CW, that they are really happy with Season 2, happy with Javicia, and are happy with how the show is performing. And the final Arrowverse show to be renewed this year is Legends of Tomorrow, which has somehow miraculously got to Season 7. This still blows my mind. I mean, I know I say it every single year, I always say this could be it for Legends, this could be the final season, but I never believed it as strongly as I did for Season 6. I genuinely thought that Season 6, this upcoming season, was going to be the last. purely for the fact that we have seen so many Arrowverse shows come to their ending this year. Like, we know that Supergirl is ending this year with season 6, Black Lightning is ending this year with season 4. It just made a lot of sense to me that the Legends of Tomorrow would also end this season at season 6, and The Flash would be the one sort of original show, if you will, that it will still carry on. But somehow Legends, it just keeps on going. It's the little show that could, and it's getting a season 7, which is amazing. I mean, I'm kind of impressed, but to be honest. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with season 7, how it's going to look. Obviously, we haven't even seen season 6 yet, so we don't know exactly how that's all going to plan out. But, I mean, Legends has kind of balanced itself back out for me. Obviously, I have not particularly enjoyed the direction of Legends the last couple of seasons. Season 4, I really didn't like, and Season 5 was better, but I still didn't love it. I'm hoping that Season 6 becomes a bit more grounded and a bit more, well, not grounded per se, but a bit less silly and a bit less focused on the humour and the jokes and written around the jokes in the same way that Season 4 and 5 were. I hope Season 6 becomes a bit more story orientated. I mean, Season 5 was a big improvement on Season 4 for me. There was definitely a lot more of a focus of a story there, but I really want Season 6 to really focus on the story and the character stories rather than jokes. And if they can continue that throughout Season 6 and then into Season 7, I'll be happy. I mean, the thing is with Legends, unlike the other shows in the Arrowverse, which are very dependent on their leads, I feel like Legends, as long as, I guess, Katie Lotz doesn't go, I think the show will be fine. And that's the thing, they can kind of just keep going, because it's an ensemble piece, it's an ensemble show with an ever-evolving cast. You can kind of just keep the show going with whoever is on the show at that point in time. I mean, this last season, we did lose Ray Palmer, who was one of the original big characters on the show. He left, and the show's still going. You know, so I think as long as we don't ever lose Sarah, I think that the show will be fine. And Katie Lotz hasn't really shown much signs of wanting to leave anytime soon, similar to Grant Gustin. So I think that Legends, I mean, it depends how it goes. It's one of the higher budgeted shows on the CW and one of the lower viewerships, which is why it's amazing it keeps getting renewed. But I guess the CW don't really care so much about live viewership numbers. They also focus a lot more on worldwide streaming and the CW app and stuff like that. They take all that into consideration. And obviously, I think a lot of these shows are going to end up going to HBO Max soon as well, so they're going to have that into consideration as well. So, interesting to look at. Legends, somehow, it's going to Season 7, but I'm very happy for it. And of course, as I mentioned before, there are a couple of shows obviously missing from this that we typically see in the renewals, because we have unfortunately seen a few shows announced to end this year. So obviously Supergirl has not been renewed for Season 7, it will be ending with Season 6, which we knew about already, and same goes for Black Lightning, not getting a Season 5, it's ending with Season 4, again we knew that already. So obviously those two shows are missing. Obviously we do have a lot of interesting things going on in the Arrowverse right now with new shows. Obviously we have got Stargirl, which is technically in the Arrowverse, but that will get renewed. If it does get renewed, it'll get renewed at a separate time, as it's not technically from the CW. And also same goes for the new like Wonder Girl series, which we haven't even seen anything of yet. You know, there's all these different things going on. So, you know, it's sad that we don't have Supergirl and Black Lightning here this year, but again, it's not a shock. You know, we knew that those shows were ending, and I've made separate videos on both of those, but it's very, very sad to see them not here, but at least we still have a couple of core ones, like The Flash and Legends are still there, still kicking, which is nice to see. And of course, the final big thing to talk about is the brand new show we're getting in this season, which is Superman and Lois. There hasn't actually been a renewal for that for Season 2 yet. I don't think that's completely out of the ordinary. I don't think that's a bad sign or anything like that. Obviously, it's a brand new So there you have it, that's the announcement, that's the news. Again, this is the video we make every single year where we just talk about this. And, you know, again, this year, not particularly surprising, we did have some really interesting things going into this because we knew that Supergirl was ending, we knew Black Lightning was ending, so both of those shows weren't going to show up here. Again, Flash isn't a surprise. Batwoman, not really shocked. Legends, I mean, as I said, it amazes me every year that Legends keeps going, but I'm happy that it does. And again, with Superman and Lois, it will get renewed for season 2. It just isn't in this particular announcement because of it hasn't started yet, and it's a brand new show. Because if you look here also in this announcement, the show Walker, which is the brand new CW show starring Jared Padalecki, that's a brand new show which is on its first season right now. But that has also been renewed for season 2 because it has started, so they've been able to look at the success of it, and it's been very, very successful for the CW. Superman and Lois, if it had started already, I'm sure would have been renewed for season 2 in this article. They just can't actually renew it right now. But what do you guys think about this news? Make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and make sure you stay tuned for plenty more DC content like this coming your way. Thanks for watching.